The plan is to ride my horse today. I looked and the last time I rode her was like August 3rd. It is August 1st. She is 5 this year. 5 or 6? I think 5. I bought her... Man, I'll have to look. I'll put the information in the video. I think I bought her last year, or the year before. She was a 3-year-old coming 4-year-old. Like, I bought her in February. I actually traded Arrow, my gray horse, in my previous videos. There's Aspen. She's perfect, almost. I traded my gray horse, Arrow, for her, because Arrow just wasn't doing it for me. Arrow was, like, perfect on the ground. Could pick her feet up. Fly sprayer, brusher. She had, like, great ground manners. Randomly skittish. Just not very confident. And I've been out of horses for, like, 3 years. And when I bought Arrow, I bought her kind of on a whim during COVID. I hadn't, like, rode horses for 3 years, didn't own a horse. Bought her, and she was, like, I think a 5-year-old that only had, like, 30 total days of riding on her throughout 3 years, and I just shouldn't have bought that horse. I mean, I loved her to death, and I'm glad I got her. I don't regret it, actually, because she got me back into horses, and I want to barrel race and trail ride, and she didn't want to do either, so put a lot of work and money into her, and she just wasn't for me. And maybe she will be a great barrel horse or trail horse for somebody else. She did really, like, get pretty decent at the end, like trail riding and stuff, and more confidence as she grew on, but I felt like she didn't really like want to barrel race or run for me. And that might be different with somebody else, because I just had been out of horses for so long that I also didn't have the confidence. So I traded her for a 3-year-old who turned 4 that spring, who only had 60 days of riding, or like training on her from like a professional trainer. And so yeah, I bought a young horse again, with not a lot of training, but a lot of confidence. So we'll see how that goes. And it was just basic work she had done. She hadn't like had any barrel work done or anything, or like it was just like arena work. So yeah, I'm gonna ride her for the first time since being pregnant. So we'll see how that goes. I rode her very little last year because I was pregnant. And yeah, she just doesn't have a lot of time on her. But I took her on trails and she was amazing. Like, went over bridges, water, led trail rides. So yeah, so confidence is there. We'll see how it goes. So I already caught and brushed her. I'm in the process of doing her mane and tail. She did pull back already because of the fly spray. We haven't been able to hard tie her. We've learned our lesson, so now she has this like clip that we use. It's like a release thing if she pulls back hard. We also have a ring. Yeah, she broke our trailer window one time when she pulled back. Ignore this. That one on the far right has plexiglass now. See how it's not tinted like the other ones? Yeah, she pulled back and put her foot through it or something. Broke that. Had to go to the vet. It was fun. So now we don't hard tie her. We need to work on that. Here she is. She has a previous injury. So her knee is bigger than the other knee. Hopefully that doesn't become an issue. She came with x-rays. Vet thought she'd be fine. Obviously, she might get arthritis eventually, but I mean, what horse doesn't? She is a bay roan. Absolutely pretty. Hopefully she doesn't buck me off today. Alright, that was going to take way too long to videotape, but when knots are brushed out, it is bad luck to cut them. So here they are brushed. Now we're going to try to pick out these feet. She's pretty good for our farrier, who is very patient with her. Puts a lot of work into her, which she shouldn't have to, so I appreciate that. But when we bought her, like I said, the other horse was great for her feet. The one I traded for. This one used to have to be sedated for the farrier. They were working on that. I think once or twice they didn't have to sedate her towards the end, like when we bought her. When we first tried to pick up her feet when we bought her, she like tried to lay down on us and throw a fit and blah blah blah. So my boyfriend put a lot of work into her and would pick her feet out like every day. So we're gonna see how it goes today, because we both have been really bad about working with her since having our baby. So let's give this a try. Don't judge. Ready to be tacked. I'm already hot, sweaty, and out of breath from being out of shape. I used to dread picking their feet because it would like kill my back, but I've been working out a little bit. my back feels great, so that's exciting. And that's another reason I haven't rode in so long too, because I know I've just been like weak and out of shape, and that's not fair to her. Also, that's, you know, like more likely for me to get hurt if she does something stupid and I can't, you know, respond appropriately or like hold myself upright or balance and things like that. So I've been slightly working out. I feel a lot better. I was having a lot of back problems, and I think it was just due to like not doing anything. So my back doesn't hurt anymore. I feel a lot better in my core. Still have a ways to go, so don't get me wrong on that. So we'll see how this goes. We're gonna tack her up, and we are gonna lunge her first because she's fresh. I lunged her not that long ago, a couple times, and she didn't do anything stupid. She didn't have a saddle on or anything, but she was great. So I'm really not expecting much from her. When I bought her, she went through like a season of not being rode, and I jumped on her bareback and had no issues. And then when I rode her last August, she had sat for a while, and we just took her to like a local horse campsite near us that has like water bridges and stuff that she's like never done before. And I didn't do anything, and I rode her. She had a couple spooks. It was no big deal. She was great. She hadn't been rode for a while, and I just took her and did obstacles and things with her. So I'm really not expecting much, but we'll see. Look how dusty my poor saddle is. Ugh. It's been so long. She needs a cleaning. The saddle doesn't really fit her the greatest. I have it shimmed in the front. She was still growing when I bought it. Yes, I think she's 5 this year. She was still growing when I bought it. It's just a trail saddle. It was cheap because I know she was growing. Maybe I can take the shim off of the front and see how it looks. I don't know. It's kind of sticking up, but it's not back here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like. I'm only riding for like literally 10 minutes. So it's not that big of a deal, but this is what she looked like. Riding horses is so dirty. I forget how dirty it is. I'm not used to being dirty anymore. So I took the shim off. I don't mind how it sits in the front. Not too bad. Nice weather clearance. Couldn't feel any pockets when I had my hand under it. I don't feel like it pinches anywhere. Still lifts up a little bit in the back, so I'm not a fan of that. But it is what it is right now. She's a little hefty. I had to adjust her girth from the other side. But here we go. With my... Oh. Well. Hold on. Alright. Here we go with my pink whip from like 2010 that my dad bought at a auction full of random junk. In my overgrown round pen I hardly use, because again, I haven't been doing much. Walk. Walk. These are my logs I have from when I was doing some groundwork with her. That obviously she just knocked down. But, she's so pretty. I just have on my trail bridle, which is just like a snaffle bit. It's got like a halter attached to it for trail riding, which I really like. Not that I can tie her off anywhere in the woods because she pulls back. My good old tarp on the round pen from when I was training a yearling, mini yearling. Let's make that clear. Looking pretty good, sister. She's never been a big fan of bits, so she plays with hers a lot. It does have a roller in it. It's got a port, a small port for a tongue relief. I tried just a regular like dog bone snaffle on her, and she did not like that. She's also kicked her previous owner, so I don't fully trust her in that aspect. Which I mean you never should, but she has a history. Again, why do I keep buying these young horses that I have no means owning? That's because I'm cheap. I don't have a lot of money. Not in the budget. I didn't see her turn around yet, Missy. I know, I'm too busy talking, blacking my mouth. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I like my horses a little lazy, because that means that they're not going to do a whole lot of messing around. But also I want a barrel horse, so I need some go. Good job. I know, the ground in here is not that nice, but that's also a good thing, because Makes you think about your feet. So you don't have to go over that. Good girl. All right, might be time to ride this thing. Ah! Why would you do that to me? Some after work snackies. I like to hand raise them after we do anything with them. Little reward. Again, they don't have to let us ride them. Just a little thank you here. There's Aspen again, waiting for a friend. Pretty girl. All right, see you again in a year. Hopefully not. Hopefully that's a joke.